Hello soldiers of the airfield, my name is Radam, but you can call me Detective Adam. Welcome to a new series of reviews on guns and weapons in Airship Assault. A game on Roblox, unfortunately, that is based off Zeppelin Wars, which was quite fine in its days. In today's video, I'll be focusing on the Raider class exclusive Griscolt Revolver, a single action beast that could be its own primary if it's used right for its fan firing. Being able to shut down a pesky crewman that's protecting the airship, or show a competitive raider what for. You can show how much of a nutcrack you are using this weapon. Let's get into it. I'll start with the lore of the Griscolt and what it is based on. So, the Griscolt, also known as Mr. Cold's Single Action Army, which is based off of in the real world, is a pretty well-known revolver that was made in the Czech American frontier, made by a man, Abraham Griscolt, in a factory named, you guessed it, Griscolt. Even for a lack of a double action and no speed loaders, it has a good stomping power to make up for its lost points. Your enemies will be shaking in their boots from what firepower you have in your dirty, mingly hands. Which is scary, isn't it? Though, as famous as the revolver is, it's also been favorited by the Grisco Gunfighters. There is no known picture of these fellows, so we have to deal with the stock images. The Gunfighters are well known for their way of expertly handling guns, and the Griscolt isn't left out. With its single action hammer, it can be fanned to create a cone of lead in front of the user in a rapid speed almost similar to SMGs. With the world changing and the new weapons being made, nothing could outbeat the sheer character and personality from the Griscolt gunners and the handgun with a similar name. If you really want to be a set Grisco Gunfighter, you can unlock the Griscolt Revolver in the armory with 160 bombs and Raider level 32. It's going to take some time grinding. So I recommend doing your daily directives as Raider to get more bombs and XP to get even more closer of owning a cool revolver. Learning how to tame such a wild beast is going to be hard at the start, since the playstyle of the Griscolt is rather tricky, but once you start to understand when to fan or not, it gets easier. The Griscolt packs quite the punch for being a relic on the battlefield, doing a good 35 damage to the body and 46 to the head, but this damage changes with the range you fire at. Out to 100 or 150 studs, the number of bullets to take to kill gets higher. From 3 body shots to 4, the Griscolt does 25 to the head body and 32 to the head farther than 150 studs. Even so, this is one of the best damage our sidearm can have at any range. Which is cool, really cool. The Griscolt is pretty much a slow gun when it fires without fanning it. The slow single action RPM of 90 isn't useless though. It can be used for aiming up shots for far distances or finishing off enemies. You can fire these shots while standing or crouching, so remember that. It's pretty important. Anywho, as mentioned earlier, the gun can be also fanned, which increases the speed a lot to a whopping 500 RPM. This can be used in close quarters to save yourself from death if you hit the right spot on the enemy's body. The Griscolt is a multi-tool great for finishing off enemies and giving yourself another chance at life. Now, the Griscolt is pretty accurate if you stand still and don't move when fired from the hip, as I said really early on in the video. It is advised to always have cover when doing this. Without ADAcing, it is really hard to aim your shots, but with practice, you can do it. With fan firing, the accuracy decreases rapidly. You're only able to hit up close, or if you're lucky, into distance. So, using this information is very useful for understanding the Griscolt and how to use it better. So, stay here still and pray your bullets hit, because you're going to need it. Of course, for being a revolver, the Griscolt has only 6 bullets. With the sluggish reload, it takes a lot of time to reload the Griscolt fully. So, be careful when you use it and watch the ammo count. Unfortunately, this is one of the weaknesses of the Griscolt. It has a slow reload of 6.5 seconds from 0 to 6. You need to strategize on when you should reload and how many bullets you should keep to decrease the time of the reload. there's also a hidden ability where you can cancel your reload if you click your left mouse button, so keep that in mind. To describe it easily, the Griscolt is great for close range to mid range, with good damage while being cool as heck. Still, the greatest gun to be ever made has some issues too, like slow reload speed, small ammo capacity, or inaccurate fanfire. It also has a high skill level, so getting used to it will be really hard. I give advice to not fan that much, since you can output good damage by single firing also. And that's it, really. The Griscolt Revolver isn't that much from the other games, like Battlefield 1. The Peacekeeper is much more interesting. It's harder to get, you have to unlock achievements, you have to download the DLCs, but still, the Griscolt is able to capture that feeling of western and unstoppability as the Peacekeeper. Thank you for watching my first ever video I've made. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want, and comment down below for any other sidearm I should do next. Anyways, I'll see you next time, nerds!